Happy Friday, folks. Welcome back to Sportsology. As always, I am your host, RyanK. Hope everybody's brackets are going well so far on your March Madness tournaments. Got some crazy 12s over 5s yesterday. But if you're new to the show, what we do here is, or what I do here is I come on and I talk about my two areas of expertise. All day long, I am a technology solution specialist for a company called Enterprise Systems Group out of Wisconsin. Then at nighttime, I turn into a fantasy sports guru, expert, whatever you want to call me. So I like to come on here. We talk a little bit of both. Hopefully, we can help people out with some valuable information and we will move forward from there. Now, a lot of days when we talk technology, what I do is I will bring up just, about 60 seconds worth of information about a specific product line. Today, instead, I want to talk about an event that my company, Enterprise Systems Group, hosts every single year. And if you're watching this and this feels like something that might be applicable to you, I want to invite you to come and join us. You can email me directly. If you look down in the description box, that's my email address. And if this seems like something you'd like to attend, we would enjoy having you. Just let me know and we can get you on the guest list. What this event is called it's called Tech in the Park. And we've hosted this annually for several years now. This year it is taking place on Friday, May 13th. And every year we host it at Miller Park in Milwaukee. It's where the Brewers play. If you like baseball, you've probably been there before. It's a great stadium. What happens though is customers and prospects will start showing up around 11 a.m. They'll check in as long as it adheres to their work schedule to show up that early. Check in, get their badges, and you can spend the day mingling, networking with other technology professionals throughout the state of Wisconsin. We generally will have some user groups. People can sit down, collaborate, and discuss how they use certain technologies within their industry. A lot of times I find customers getting a lot of great information from other customers within their vertical. Very much a big help to them. You say, we might use our software this way, and then they just start talking from there. The wheels start turning. They become very advantageous for people to discuss things and just kind of, help their own business grow. Anyways, we'll have some of our vendors show up. We have like Mitel's coming in, Extreme Networks, Crestron, Ruckus, and they'll speak for about 20 minutes to a half hour apiece. You can sit in on that breakout session if you would like. If you don't find it to be applicable to you, you don't have to. You can just enjoy some of the great adult beverages and food that we'll have, circulating throughout the event. Now, after the day is over, I don't want to forget, former gold medalist Bonnie Blair will come in, and she's gonna be the keynote speaker for the day, and she's gonna come in and get a 45-minute speech. If you're a fan or if you find that might be interesting, could be another reason to attend. Now, after about 5 or 6 o'clock, when this wraps up, we will head over to the area we have rented out. ESG will provide free tickets to the Brewers versus Padres game for anybody who cares to sit along for that portion of it. So it's a great combination of fun and fantastic information for people. If you enjoy baseball, you get to attend, or if you just want to come for the technology information and hear the vendors speak, you can do that as well. Either way, the cost is covered by ESG, and if this seems like something that might be interesting to you, we'd like to have you attend. Just reach out to me and we'll get you put on the guest list. Now, since I'm going to be circulating this video around, I want to make sure that the fantasy sports information for the day is going to be applicable or make sense to people, not just for today. So I want to talk strategy. Now, if you play NBA DFS, sometimes the hardest part is trying to come up with a strategy that's going to help you win. Now, a while back, I took a look at one of the larger tournaments in the night, and I noticed the same player had 3 of the top 10 entries that night, which means he made a lot of money. But I wanted to see what he did, and I noticed he had the same 5 or 6 core guys in all of his lineups and then mixed and matched players around him. At that point, I developed my own, what I call my 5x5 or my 5-pack tournament strategy. And what I like about it is it's very easy to manage for non-professional DFS players, which means if you're your average guy like me who has a 9-to-5 job, doesn't make their living playing daily fantasy sports, but really enjoys playing it and wants to win big money, it's very easy to manage the strategy. In the morning time, during the day, whenever you find it, pick out the tournament you like to play. Go to that tournament, enter in a lineup, and I want you to pick your 5 best plays of the day. It's going to range from day to day on how much upside you go with, but you're going to want to get for some players that can hit 6, 7, 8 times value. Put those 5 guys in that tournament. Enter that tournament 5 different times. Now, throughout the day, you can go into my lineups. You can switch around those 5 guys because as new information comes out, you might want to change. And that way, it will universally switch all 5 contests that you've entered. Now, when crunch time comes along for NBA, is going to be that last hour before tip-off, You finalize those 5 guys in the My Lineup section, and then you go to My Contest and you mix and match the 3 players around them. Typically, I like to put in those remaining 3 guys, I like to find a specific game and get 1 player from each game or 1 player from each team in that game. My thought process behind that is very simple. If that game turns into a shootout, it's more likely that those 2 players both see their full run of minutes, and it's more likely they both could have a high scoring night in the same game. The other night when I got 34th out of over 60,000 people, I had Kemba Walker and Paul George in that 3-pack, in that remaining 3 players. They had big games against each other, and that's a perfect example of how it works out that way. Also, if the game happens to go to overtime, you're going to have 2 players from the same game there in OT, and it could really bump up your score with those extra minutes. If you got any questions about the 5-pack, feel free to reach out over to me over email, and we'll go from there. Now, since I've talked for a long today, I'm just going to rattle off a few players you might want to take a look at tonight. For those of you playing NBA DFS this evening, hopefully it'll help you win some money. I'm going to start out with Tim Frazier. He's priced at $3,400 today. He is lined up to be the starting point guard for the New Orleans Pelicans this evening. He's very new to the team, so he's got a low price but lots of upside. You're definitely going to want to take a look at him. Brandon Knight's got monster potential tonight versus a Lakers team that cannot guard perimeter players, guard players at all. So check out Brandon Knight, check out Devin Booker. I'm a little scared of Booker because since Knight came back, he seems to be taking a lot of Booker shots. Enes Kanter, to me, is almost a must-play this evening. He's been, crushing it lately. He puts up so many points so quickly that in a game against Philadelphia, where Oklahoma City is probably going to get up really big, he could see even extra minutes and have a really good night. Plumlee from the Portland Trail Blazers is back on track. His price is still too low. That's another pick you're going to want to look at. If Kyle Lowry sits tonight, you're going to want to play DeMar DeRozan in your cash games. He should be very solid, very easy to put up points. Watch that Raptors team, as there's going to be a lot of guys you're going to want to watch there. If Jonas Valanciunas comes back tonight, you're not going to want to play Bismack Biyombo. On the flip side, if Jonas sits again, you got to have Bismack in your lineup. Guy grabbed 25 rebounds last night. He doesn't do much on the offensive side of things, but 25 rebounds, that's 25 rebounds, and his price isn't very expensive. So that's what we got today, guys. If you got any questions about Tech in the Park or about the 5-pack strategy, feel free to reach out over email, and we will talk to you there. Have a great day and have a wonderful weekend.